What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team FISHKNUCKLES YouTube channel. Today is Main Deck Monday, and over this past weekend, there was Memphis Regionals. And if you don't know, the person who won Memphis Regionals was Michael Premawat, winning his 7th Regionals. Like, he already had the record for, like, most Regionals ever won with 6, but now he beat his own record, winning his 7th Regionals. Yeah, I mean, what's more to say about Pram? Fantastic player, and I actually took down, like, probably one of his hardest matches in the finals to take it down the Glisspod, which is like built to beat this deck, because going into those regionals, this was like the hype deck. This is like the deck that everybody was playing. It was really like hyped up. It won the League Cups the week before. Everybody's like, oh, this is the best deck now. This is the best Zoroark variant. And you know what? Pram proved that. He proved like, hey, this is the best one, and that's why Glisspod was made. But then Pram took down Glisspod in the finals with the Zul versus Pram. Alright, guys, but let's look at this deck real quick. I'll cover some stuff. I mean, we know what Zoroark does. Like, Zoroark, you know, it's got trade, it's got righteous beating. We've seen this card a billion times. This is definitely the best card in the format. There's no hands down, it's the best card in the format. Alright, so 4-4 Zoroark, and a 4-3 Lycanroc. Now, Lycanroc has 200 HP. It has the ability Bloodthirsty Ice to bring a Pokemon off the bench to the active. Claw Slash for 110, and Dangerous Rogue for 50. Tightens down your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if they have 4, you do 200, 3, 150, 5, 250. So it's a very punishing card, especially in this format, because a bunch of people are using, like taking a bunch of bench spots. Claw Slash also does 110, which can hit for weakness against Zoroark, and it was definitely just like a good combination. Like, just like, we know that, you know, Zoroark is the best card, and then partnered with Lycanroc, you have the best 2 cards partnered together, and I imagine this is going to be a deck to continue on for a very, very long time. So 4-4 Zoroark, 4-3 Lycanroc, and 3 Lele. Just like a super consistent deck. Like, you just have, like, Zoroark to draw cards, Lycanroc a big Pokemon on the bench, it's a good attacker, Lele for more draws of cards, and that is pretty much the deck. Now we have cards to help it, of course. Energy Loto, which is a card we really haven't seen on this channel. Look at top 7 cards you've decked, reveal energy, you find them and put into your hand. 2 Enhanced Hammer, which helps out in the mirror a lot, because if you notice, there's like 4 DC and 3 strong, and 2 fighting. 2 Field Blower to get rid of Stadium and Tool cards. 4 Puzzle of Time. We've seen Puzzle of Time is a very good card in these Zoroark decks that we saw in Tord's list, and now we're seeing in Pram's list. 1 Rescue Stretch, give back your Pokemon, or shuffle 3 in the deck. 4 Ultra Ball. The deck only plays 1 Acerola. It doesn't really rely on like a ton of Acerola like the Glisspod variant did. 3 Brigette, which is really nice to start with early, and then you could discard them later on with trade. 2 Guzma, which you don't have to play a lot of Guzmas thanks to Lycanroc, but still it is very good in the deck. 1 Mallow to control the top 2 of your cards. 4 in, and here's where things get really interesting. 2 Kukui and 2 Sycamore. Kukui, you do 20 more damage and you draw 2 cards. Now this is really good with Zoroark, because the big thing about this deck is you can easily knock out Lele's. And the reason why that is because you can evolve Rockruff to Lycanroc, bring up a Lele, have a full board to do 120 with Zoroark with the Riotous Beating, attach a Choice Band to do 150, and then use Kukui for 170. So if you can use this combination, you can knock out Lele's. And I know I said you can do it easily, but it is easy when you have all these trades to use with Zoroark-GX. Alright, Choice Band, of course, to do like 30 more damage. 1 Float Stone, which is still like the iffy thing of the deck. I kind of want a second one, but I mean, I can't say anything because Pram just won the biggest regionals ever with 999 Masters. Unfortunately, we had a couple people not show up, so we didn't hit the 1,000 mark, but still we had 999 Masters, which is crazy. 3 Strong Energy, so your fighting Pokemon do 20 more damage, so like Claw Slash can start here for 130, maybe like with 3 bench are doing 150. With the Dangerous Rogue, like let's say they have 3 bench to do 150 plus a Strong Energy 170 plus Choice Band 200. So like you can see why Strong Energy does matter. 4 DCE, of course that's your main card, and 2 Fighting Energy, which is going to be somewhat useful. There's some cards, like there's Circuitry in the format, which makes it where Special Energy Pokemon can't hurt it. So that could be a reason. Also, they can't be Enhanced Hammer off, so that's really nice as well. And yeah, there we go. There is the Zoroark Lycanroc deck. I mean, there's not much else to say. Deck's really consistent, it's really strong, and I'm making this really quick because it's really late at night and it just, you know, regionals just finished. But we'll see the first place Zoroark Lycanroc deck here in a second, and we'll see how it performs. Alright, guys. Alright guys, when he gets Green Tea 1336 playing some kind of grass deck, I wonder if it would be like a finals match. Playing like Garbodor or something. Oh baby, let's see. So we lost coin flip, they're gonna go first, okay? And let's see if we can figure out how to play this deck. Alright, so we start Rockruff, we'll put that in the X spot. We'll press done. Right now we got Lele. Just grab like Brigette for multiple Zoras. Maybe another Rockruff. And there is a Trubbish, and it makes you think that we are playing, playing the deck we just saw in the finals. The Glusspot Zork versus Lycanroc Zork. Alright, let's see, can we get, okay, so yep, it looks just like it's gonna be the finals match. Oh baby, let's see, can we win this game or not? We know that Pram did beat Azul in the finals. It'd be really funny to see if that happens or not. So, we see Bridge, you're going to use that Wonder Tag, and let's see, do they find the Glispods or not? That is going to be the big question here. Now, Lycanroc is obviously weak to, grass, and, oh boy. So, we see Bridget here, and also, weak to grass, and they get Garbodor, they lock our abilities, we can't use our good old pal Zoroark anymore, which is the big problem here, and they receive 2 Impods and a Tapu Koko, so yeah. It does look like we're playing against that. Now, tackle, 30, 50, so close to being knockout. If this was a muscle band, we actually have the knockout, but it's a choice band instead. So, yeah, I want to search a supporter card. I'm going to grab a Brigette here. Now, with the Brigette, we have a couple options. I think I'm going to grab some Brigette here. I'm going to grab 2 Zoras and a Rockruff. And what we could potentially do is put a Strong Energy on that Rockruff and take a knockout potentially next turn with a Lycanroc. We'll E-Hammer, discard the DC off the bench Wimpod, put a Strong Energy on the bench just in case he does knock out the active and press done. Now, one thing he could do is Guzma and knock out the Rockruff that way. That'd be very unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty much the main out next turn. But we got a Zoroark. There's a Float Stone going to the active, okay. Does he have a Guzma? Okay, there's a Rainbow Energy. That wasn't in Azul's deck for sure. And let's see what else does he have. So we'll both get 6 new cards. Can he find the Garbodor to get the Garbotoxin in play or not? So we see an Energy Loto, we see double, oh baby, and there's a Glisspot coming down. So he will take a knockout. The question is, do we try it? Okay, so 5, 10, 50, 20. Oh boy, there he is. There's good old Garbodor in play. Alright, so see Glisspot coming up. We'll see first person for the knockout doing 240 damage. And the question here, do we take a knock on the Wimpod or the Glisspot or not? 200 HP. Now, what I could do is send a double Zork. And I think I'm going to do this in stats. So, under our turn, I'm going to play a little bit safer. I'm going to, and we top deck. So, I'm going to E-Hammer, discard that. I am going to Zork. I am going to Zork. Now we could Guzma 20, 40, 60, 80 and get the Wimpod off the field. Just take a knock on it. Yeah, I think a first impression and put some more pressure on us. But I think Guzma, bring up the Wimpod, taking the knockout is better. Yeah, some of Guzma, bring up the Wimpod, send our Zork. Put a DC in the active. And go for the Riotous Beating for the knockout. Just take the Wimpod out while we can. I think this is a little better play. We'll go down to 5 prize cards. Alright, so another Rockruff coming to our hand. And like I said, at any moment we can threaten, well, not anymore, unless he benches another Pokemon, a knockout with the Lycanroc-GX. So Tapu Koko coming to the active spot, okay. We see a Grass Energy going to Glisspot, so you can use the first impression for 120. Here comes Glisspot. They receive first impression to 120. Now, if we can knock out this Glisspot, we'll be in really good shape. So is he a DCE? Alright, so I'm put down the Rockruff. I'm going to put a DC on this guy. Well, can we even take a knockout? 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. We only do 190, so we can't take a knockout. Alright, so put a DC on the bench. And we're just going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And let's see, there's Ultra Balls, there's a Mallow. We can retreat into the Zoroark and just knock and just hit it, which is not a bad thing at all. We do get rid of a DCE, but I think this is a little better of a play. So I'm going to retreat into the Zoroark, and I'm just going to go for the Riotous Beating. Alright, so 100 damage coming down. Okay. So onto our opponent's turn. Maybe we should touch a... Oh, we know we touched a DC to the Zoroark. What we're talking about. Okay. Duh. I mean, if he Acerola is here, he can't attack unless he attacks with Lele. Okay, that's his only real way to attack next turn. Yeah, only Lele. So let's see, what does our opponent do here? He doesn't have a Wind Pod, so you can't... Yeah, taking out a Wind Pod was probably, like, the correct play. And they ever see a Victor screen actually coming down. I want to realize that he pretty... His hand must have been dead, and that is going to be the difference between, like, the Zoroark decks versus Glisspot, or the Garbodor decks, is, like, yeah, you get Garbodor line, but then you become, like, more clunky, and you can't draw stuff. And, well, Zoroark, you always have Zoroark, and stuff like that. And yeah, we see, we took it down in the game. I think taking out the Wind Pod was probably like the best thing we could have done. The main thing he probably could have done is maybe Acerola, but obviously he didn't have that in his hand, and that's why he conceded the game. And there we go, we took down Zoroark Glisspot Garbodor, saying, you know, I don't care that we don't have abilities, we're still gonna win this game. But we'll see another game with the deck here in a second. We'll see what happens, guys. Alright, so when he gets Trainer Chew, playing a Water and a Psychic deck, so possibly Greninja. If I was to take a guess, so I lost a coin flip, but going second. I think it is Greninja, like maybe Ninetales or something crazy, but most likely Greninja. Is it Gyarados? Oh, please tell me it's Gyarados. Let's play some fun decks here. Alright. So press done. Okay. Okie dokie, press done. We'll get 7 new cards. Alrighty, so we get Mulligan number 1, and that's it. Okay, so we got the Rockruff. We got Brigette. This is good. This is why we play the 3 bridges, so you can start with it, or why Pram play the 3 bridges, I guess, the thing to say. So you can Brigette here, grab like 2 Zoras and a Rockruff. There's a Staryu. Oh, no, it is Greninja. Okay, now Greninja versus this deck. I'm not sure how this works out. The good thing about this deck is, like, you're really fast, so you can start taking knockouts pretty quickly. And then Lycanroc can help you, like, knock out your breaks in one turn by using, like, the GX attack. So maybe that'll help you out here. We see Ultra Ball. I see discarding a Brooklyn Hill. They're being smart here, discarding the Brooklyn Hill, saying, hey, you know, I don't want to give my opponent the opportunity to use our Brooklyn Hill. Because if we did, whoa, that'd be really good. Use Brooklyn Hill, get another Rockruff, Brigette for multiple Zoras, and we'll be good to go. We see a Froakie does come down, so we're going to see Greninja versus the Lycanroc Zoroark deck. Now, this is Zoroark Glisspot. We have easy win, and no, we see an in here. No. Getting rid of our Brigette, okay. And, I mean, we still got it. Field Blower is pretty useless in this match. I'm probably Ultra Ball discard the Field Blower or something else. Hopefully something we top deck, because I really don't want to discard anything else. And there's the Energy Loto. So you have an Ultra Ball, discard the Field Blower and Energy Loto to grab a Lele. Alright, we'll grab a Lele. We have, okay, alright, so grab a Lele. We'll put down the Lele. We will use, yes, we'll search Porter card. We'll grab a Brigette. Alright, we'll put that in our hand. We'll drop the Zora. And we're going to have a great turn 1. Even though we don't have the Brigette, we'll still be fine here. We'll Brigette here. We'll grab 1, 2, and 3. I think grabbing these, yeah, these 3 are pretty good. Later on, we can use Bloodthirsty Eyes. Hey, why did it bring out that way? That's so annoying. We can use, like, Bloodthirsty Eyes to bring up, like a Frogadier or something off the bench or something like that, if we want to do that way. But we just gotta hope we find a supporter card or something. We have the Zoroark, so we can trade for 2, so essentially we get 3 cards next turn. So there's an Ultra Ball. I'm going to start to discard 2 cards out of the hand. And I think what I'm going to do here is use Puzzle to rearrange top 3 cards of our deck. He actually discards a Froakie here. Okay. There's our Frogadier going to hand. Staryu does have free retreat, so we'll see retreat into the Froakie. And we'll see probably Water G and Water duplicates. The question is, can we find a way to retreat and a DCE to attack with? It's a lot to ask for, but hey, I mean, we just gotta believe here. So there's a Splash Energy going to the active. We do have the E-Hammer to get rid of that Splash Energy, which is very good in this matchup. And we see 1 Frogadier, 2 Frogadier, and 3 Frogadiers. The whole gang is here today. Alright, so in our turn, we find a Choice Span. This is a good card to discard. So put down the Zoroark, and like I said, I think I am going to... Do we use Puzzle Time to dig deep? To see, okay, I think actually what we'll do is just trade, discard the Choice Band and keep the puzzle, and then we can then rearrange top 3 cards for like after this. And okay, so we find double puzzle. Okay, double puzzle. I mean, It gets us an Energy Loto, and that's pretty much it. Yes, we get double puzzle for Energy Loto. And then that's pretty much all we're gonna grab though. But we're still gonna use I think grabbing the Energy Lotto is the better card right now. Like regardless, we're gonna Sycamore hand away. So I'm gonna grab the Energy Lotto. I'm gonna see can we find an energy or not. And I guess we'll just grab a choice band. Sure, we'll grab a choice band just to put in our hand. We'll use the Energy Lotto. Okay, so grab a DC. That's a good card. Okay, so grab a DC. Put that on the Zoroark. Put a choice band on the Zoroark, I guess. Hammer the splash energy off, and Sycamore discard our hand, drawn 7 new cards, and we find another Zoroark, so put that down. We will Ultra Ball, discarding the Brigette in the end to grab another Zoroark. Okay, is there one Float Stone in the deck? I guess that's the real question, and it is in the deck. Can we find the one Float Stone or not? Or if it's gonna draw 4 more cards, so put down the Zoroark. Okay. We have 2 trades here, so there's a trade number 1, discarding the end, draw 2 new cards. Okay. Trade number 2. We're going to discard the Lele, draw 2 new cards. Come on, Float Stone, and we don't find it, unfortunately. Alright, so press done here. That is a hard whiff. Now, luckily, Rockruff only has 1 retreat cost. The only problem about this is if they get a Greninja and Shadow Stitching us, we can't use our Zoroark in trades. So, see Splash Energy going to the active. Okay. Can they find a Greninja? Most likely, yeah. They probably play like for the 4 Evo Sodas and like Ultra Balls. It discards another Splash Energy, so that's 3 splashes gone, which is really nice for us. So we'll see probably a Greninja come down. If it not, that'd be great for us. Like that'd be a fantastic whiff. Yeah, because we'll be able to use triple trade. Maybe they're debating what to do. They have discarded 2 Ultra Balls. But, I mean, wow, they missed, like, wow, yeah, just pass it to our turn? Oh, my goodness. All right, so we'll trade once, discard the N, draw 2 new cards. Our turn to see if we can miss. All right, there's an Ultra Ball and Sycamore, okay. We'll trade again, discarding the Sycamore, draw 2 new cards. Maybe we should discard the Ultra Ball, okay. Trade number 3. We did find a DC, so we do have a way to retreat right now. So discard the Brigette, and we don't find our, yeah, we unfortunately don't find a Float Stone, but we still can retreat to Zoroark and just take a knockout this turn. Do we discard the Ultra Ball? I don't think there's really anything we can discard. We could discard the Zoroark and the Stretcher. I think that's what I'm going to do here, just to thin our deck. We really won't need these cards later on. I'll grab a Zorua just to put in our hand, okay. And we will write his beating for the knockout to 120. Now we have double Kukui in hand, which allows us to take a knockout on a Greninja next turn. But that's pretty bad that my opponent really didn't do anything. I don't know if they disconnected or not. Hopefully not. They promoted the Frogadier, so they definitely didn't disconnect. But out of all those cards, they really didn't have anything. That's so... I mean, they did Sycamore last turn. So they didn't do nothing. I forgot about that. So, we see a Froakie coming down. Thanks to Rescue Energy. Or the Splash Energy. There we go. But I mean... what does my opponent do here? So there's the end. We'll get 5. They get 6. We just gotta make sure we draw to one of our Kukuis. That's really the thing. I guess maybe we should have doubled Lycanroc just to have him down. There's a Strong Energy Guzma, okay. Does he find a Greninja or not? Did he prize multiple Greninjas? Right, so Hammer discarded the DC off the active, which is pretty bad for us. So there's a Greninja coming down. Did he find a Water Energy or not? And no, he did not. He whiffed the Water Energy. Oh my goodness. Alright, so a trade. Discard a Choice Band. Draw 2 new cards. Okay, now we are down 2 DCs. Okay, there's a puzzle. We will trade again. Discarding the Fighting Energy. Oh, I should discard the Ultra Ball. What am I doing here? I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard the Field Blower and Enhanced Hammer, just to grab a Lycanroc so we don't draw into it. Or could grab the Zorua so we don't draw into it. That could be something we could do. Oh, we only have 1 DCE left. So yeah, grab a Zorua. But man, how much HP does Lycanroc have? Only 60. So I think I am just gonna grab a Zoroark instead, a Lycanroc instead. I think that's better. We'll grab a Lycanroc. We'll put that down. We're gonna say no to the Bloodthirsty Eyes. We're gonna say no, thank you. And we're gonna trade again, discarding a Guzma. Draw 2 more cards. And we find a Mallow and an N. Oh man, the Mallow came at the wrong time. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna end here to get 5 new cards. Okay. We don't find what we need though. That's very unfortunate actually. All right, so put on the Lycanroc. Yes, I'm gonna bring up a Frogadier here and pass. All right. This makes it where he can't like double Greninja break us this turn, so that's why I want to do that instead. Okay. We still only take a 1 prize card. We did prize a DCE. We got Mallow next turn, so Mallow can allow us to grab a DCE. To take a knockout. There's the Eva started to Greninja. Now if he gets Greninja, we can't take a knockout this turn, unfortunately. So there's a Greninja. Okay. Are we done? To both fighting, only down 1, okay. There's a Greninja break coming online, okay. I kind of regret having this choice band now on this Zoroark. Now that I think about it more, because now it doesn't have free retreat, and we have the Float Stone just staring at us right now. Okay. But let's see, does he find a Water G? I mean, he's played only 1 Water G, so it's pretty insane that he hasn't found one yet. Yeah. So let's see what Trainer Chew has for us. I mean, definitely Shadow Stitching is a play here. So we see Ultra Ball. Gonna start 2 cards from his hand. Gonna grab another Greninja here. 100% gonna grab another Greninja. So a Sycamore and a Rescue Stretcher. That's 2 good cards to discard. But I mean, if his other cards another Sycamore, then I can see why he's doing this. Alright, so let's see, what does it... We only have 11 cards in our deck, too, that's insane. Already 11 cards? Okay. So let's see, does he grab another Greninja? Did he prize multiple Greninjas? He is taking a second. Maybe that's why we didn't see him play the Greninja earlier. There's a Tapu Lele. Let's see what the Lele gets from our opponent. That's really interesting that he's grabbing the Lele here. Unless, like I said, he prized like 2 Greninjas. So there's a Lele. Okay, we'll see Wonder Tag. And what does the Wonder Tag get for our opponent? Because he discarded a Sycamore. So, I mean, does he find... Is he going to go for in here and try to disrupt us some, maybe? And no, going to grab a Sycamore. See, Ultra Ball discards a Sycamore to grab a Sycamore. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I don't understand that, but maybe he just wants to thin his deck down to make sure he gets a Water Energy. So we see a random receiver for it in. And when he does that, we also notice he plays another Enhanced Hammer. So he has another Enhanced Hammer still in the deck. Alright, so we see it in here. Why did he Lele for Sycamore, then go for... Okay, well we get double puzzle here, so that... Okay, we get double puzzle and Kukui. That's great. The only thing that's not great is that if he retreats to the Greninja break, we can't take a knockout on it. So is he Greninja coming down? Okay. Does he have 2 Water Energies? I don't know what he's about to do here. So there we see a choice band going to the active. Okay. A Water Energy. And a Shadow Stitching. Alrighty, so 70 damage. How many HP? We have 140, so this is Strong Energy, okay. I think we do, like, double puzzle for, we'll actually do Kukui first and see if we can find a DC off this. Nope. Alright, so I have the double puzzle. Yes. We'll grab double DC, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll need these for sure. We'll put double DC in our hand. We'll put a DC in the active. And we'll go for the Riotous Beating for the knockout. Alright, do 140 damage. Going out of 4 prize cards. That's a lot of work for one prize card. So Rockruff coming to our hand. But you gotta remember, there's another Enhanced Hammer in his stack. We saw that when he used the Rescue Stretcher. So we see a Greninja break coming up. Now I'm glad this Greninja break is coming. Okay, well, he's got double Energy Break. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. Alright, so there's an Espeon. Okay, Espeon has that Miraculous Shrine. There we see a Sycamore discarding his hand. Okay, he's gonna go down to 9 cards. I mean, does he? I mean, you gotta think he finds multiple water energies here. Alright, so there's another Greninja coming down. Okay. Because if he doesn't take a knockout, we're definitely Acerola. He needs he needs 3 water energies. If he uses 3, he can. Okay, E-Hammer. Great. Okay. Stop that. Alright, so Choice Band going to the active. Okay. But we can Ace roll the active and then put a DC on a new Zoroark. So we see a water energy going to the active. Okay. And just a Shadow Stitching. So my opponent really not having the greatest time right now. So on to our turn, we will Ace roll the active. Send up the Zoroark. Put a DC on it. Put down a Zorua. Maybe put down the Rockruff. I don't know. Alright, we'll just ride his beating for 120 here. Okay, so under our opponent's turn. I mean, did he prize that many water energies? Is a Stormy prized? I don't know. So there's a Greninja coming down. Okay, so he has 3 Greninja breaks online. You gotta think he has this game now. So random receiver for Sycamore. Okay, he can't play that or he just loses. Okay. I think we're just getting like really lucky here. My opponent must have like a bit like either his Stormy prized or like a ton of water energies prized or both. Because he already has 3 waters in the discard pile, or 2 in the active, 2 in his deck, 1 in the active. Man, yeah, I mean, it's just my opponent just not have anything. Now, regardless, we're gonna put a fighting energy on this bench Lycanroc and get ready for a dangerous rogue. So on to our turn, we'll put a Lycanroc, Zoroark down. We'll put a strong energy on a Lycanroc. We'll go for a Riotous Beating for the knockout, doing 120 damage, going down to 3 prize cards. Now, if he finds double water, yeah, he can take a knockout here, like Giant Water Shuriken and Moonlight Slash, but then that gives his abilities back. So here comes Greninja Break. If he has 3 energies, he can double Shuriken and then Shadow Stitching. But then we have a strong energy. We go for the Dangerous Rogue. 5, 10, 15, 20. There's a Tapu Fini coming down. I'm actually fine if he goes for a Tapu Storm here. That seems really bad if he does that. But he has always EXs and GX now, like just asking us to give us him, just like, hey, take a knockout here, please. And we're like, okay, if we can. But I just think my opponent has like his Stormy prized, and that seems like it's the biggest part of his deck right now. With 3 waters, and there we go. I think he must have his Stormy prized, and like he plays like 6 waters or something, and he didn't find them, or maybe 4 or 5. Maybe he had multiple water energies prized and his Stormy prize. Wow, that was pretty unfortunate. But you saw some cool things with this deck. You saw like the Kukui play and stuff like that. You saw puzzles come and work. You kind of saw how Lycanroc was going to work. Definitely like being able to bring out that bench Frogadier is pretty nice, making it where he can't like, I don't know how to, like, he had to waste if he wanted to attack, he had to waste a water during that Frogadier. Well, he couldn't even attack because he didn't have energies on board. But we'll see another game of the deck here in a second. Hopefully, like, this game actually matters because the first 2, really nothing has happened. But we'll see what happens in game number 3. Alright, guys. Alright, so in game number 3, I'm playing against Cody Zim. Is this another Glisspot deck? It seems like it is. Alright, so we won the coin flip. Okay, yes, we'll go first. On to our turn. Let's see what happens here. So, okay, we get a mulligan, press, done. Our hand's so beautiful. I hate that puzzles gotta go. There's not like a full art gold art puzzles. It ruins the deck. It just ruins it. It just ruins it. Okay. So we get a mulligan and start with double Rockruff. Okay. Alright, so no Brigette turn 1 as of now. Let's see, what do we top deck? So we top deck a Field Blower. So he's playing Rim Raid, which most likely means he's playing Vikabulu, since we saw, yeah, I think he's playing Vikabulu here. So I think what I'm going to do is commit a Fighting Energy to the active and just play an in. And what we could do next turn, yeah, I really didn't want to discard anything, and this is not good either. So what is press done right now? I'm not threat. I don't think he can take a knockout here unless he like Lele DC Float Stone. That takes a knockout, and then that'd be pretty bad. But I don't think he's playing. I think he's playing Vikabulu. Okay, nope, there's DCE. He's not playing Vikabulu. Oh no, he's playing like I don't know what he's playing, but he discards it. He has okay. Oh no, this could go really bad. This could be a really bad mistake on my part. So let's see one attack. Okay. There's a Brigette. Okay. Let's see, what is he playing here? Maybe it's like just Golisopod without the Garbodor, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, okay, so it is Golisopod, but without Garbodor. There's a Grass Energy going to Wimpod. That's not good. Okay, so we see a Float Stone. Alright, so... So there's some interesting things that can happen here. We can put a Float on the active retreat. Okay. We can Energy Loto, trying to find a DCE Lycanroc, bring up the Wimpod, take a knockout, but then this Wimpod can take a knockout on us, so that's not very useful. So I think what we do is put a Float on the active, play it in here, get a new hand of 6, and hopefully we find just like some Zoruas or something. This is not how we're supposed to be playing, and there's, okay, this hand is, holy cow, this hand is something. Alright, so put down a Rockruff. We'll retreat into a Rockruff and just pass into our opponent's turn. This is going about as terrible as it can go right now. Oh, man. Maybe I should just Ultra Ball turn 1 just to grab a whatever. So see a Field Blower. Get rid of the Float Stone. That's not good. We see E-Hammer. Cool. Alright, that's great. Alright, so basically we're back to square 1. So we see a Golisopod coming down. Alright, so Golisopod coming down. Okay. Well, there's a Grass Energy deactive. We're definitely going to see our first impression for a knockout here. Oh, boy. Alright, so first impression for the knockout. I'm going down to 5 price cards. So send up a Rockruff. Alright, this is not going as good as the case. Okay. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to double puzzle here. I'm going to grab a Rockruff and a Strong Energy. Okay. Put down the Rockruff, put a Strong Energy on the bench, Rockruff, put a Choice Spin on it, and play a second where hopefully we can find some Zoruas. Alright, there they are. So put down a Zorua, we'll put down a Zorua, and we'll pass on to our opponent's turn. Alright, now the problem here is if he has Guzma, he's just going to bring up the Rockruff we just put stuff to. So maybe putting the active would have been a little bit better, but then first impression would have just knocked us out because we're weak to grass. So it really didn't matter where we put these attachments at, unfortunately. But next turn, we'll be good to go. So see a Grass, and you're going to Wimpod, okay. Golisopod, whatever. Okay, nope, just first impression for 60. That is great news. Okay, so on our turn, we'll promote the Zorua, okay. So we get a Kukui. So put down Zoroark, okay. We will trade... Or do we end first? Okay, now I'm going to trade, discarding the end, draw 2 new cards. We'll Energy Loto. There's a DC. Alright, so grab a DC. We'll put down the active. And do play an end. I kind of don't want to because he really didn't do anything. But that really doesn't matter either. 20, 40, 60, 80. What does matter is we can Lycanroc. And I'm actually going to evolve the one that doesn't have anything on it just to make him like confused. And not confused, like we can save kind of resources kind of thing. Not even resources. Like if he wants to knock out a GX, he's going to knock out with nothing on it. So I think it's a little bit better play. So we get a Choice Spin here. Okay. Probably going to see the Coco come up. It's got that free treat. But now he only has the one Golisopod. There's no Wimpod coming down. There's a Loctillery coming down. Okay. Alrighty. So we see Abyssal Hand. And our one Float Stone's gone too, which is another terrible thing that's happening to us right now. Okay. So let's see. We'll probably will see a first impression. Yep, there's a Golisopod coming up. We'll see first impression for 120. Okay. On our turn, we will drop a Zoroark, okay. We will trade the discard and draw 2 new cards. We will Lele, yes, to grab an Acerola. Okay, And what we're going to do is ace roll the active, put everything back into our hands. So, ace roll the active. Send up the Zoroark. Put down a Zorua. I'm going to trade to discard one of the choice bands. They seem kind of irrelevant right now. Yeah, it's good to knock out a Lele later on, but I need to draw more cards. There's a Brigette, unfortunately. Put down a DC, and we... Oh my goodness, I attached the wrong guy. This is why, like, I highly dislike playing online, because, like, I can't see everything, like, just, like, talking and thinking, and, like, not, oh my goodness. Okay, switches to the Coco. Okay, that's good. That means he doesn't have a Guzma here. So, first impression of 120. Okay. So, there's the Brigette. We'll trade, discard a Brigette. Alright, we'll put down a Zoroark. We will trade again, discarding a Brigette. Okay, I'm going to double puzzle. We already played two other puzzles. I'm going to grab an Acerola and a Kukui. Okay. So I'm going to ace roll the active. Maybe it was better that we did this. We'll put down a Zoroark, because now what we can do is put down a Zorua, attach our Fighting Energy to the Zoroark, and first impression, or right speeding for 120, 100, whatever. We're taking a knockout next turn, because we have Choice Band, Kukui, all that kind of good stuff. But what we can do next turn is, like, maybe, like, knock out Lele with a Zoroark or something. There we see another Glisspot come down, okay. Alright. Because as long as we can save, like... a Lycanroc Kukui muscle a choice band, we can take a knockout, or we can just like bring up this guy, choice band Kukui. That's another thing we can do. As long as we save this Rockruff to evolve into Lycanroc, we're good to go. So ace roll, I'm gonna pick up that guy. Send up the new Glisspot, okay. Put a grass energy on it. Does he drop through the wind pod? No, he doesn't. He's gonna do 120 damage, unfortunately. Okay, on our turn, we will trade, discard the Brigette. We'll put a Zorua down. Put down the Zoroark. We will trade, discard an Ultra Ball. Hopefully to hit a DC here. Okay, so put a DC in this guy. We will treat. Oh no, we could have took a knockout on this guy. No, we couldn't. 5, 10, 15... 67, 18, 19, 20. We only did 200, so we would have taken a knockout. We'll retreat to Zoroark. Okay. We will right his beating. But how many DCs have we left? Okay, so we have 3 DCs left, so we're okay here. Go away. Alright, so now he can't hurt us this turn. He can go for Crossing Cut GX. Maybe Guzma this guy. This is only routes, so that's good. But if he takes a knockout here, he goes down to 2 prize cards. Which is obviously not good, because then he knocks out a Lycanroc and wins the game. Okay. So there's a DC going to Lele. There's an Acerola. Descend in his Lele. Okay. Wimpod coming down. Now, what we're going to do here, so Energy Drive for 80, okay? Alright, so on our turn, we get an E-Hammer. So I'm going to trade to discard a Fighting Energy, draw 2 new cards. I'm looking for a Lycanroc. Hey, there we go. So we'll grab a Lycanroc. Yes, we'll bring up his Wimpod. Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball and Layla to grab another Zoroark. Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. We'll grab a Zorua, okay. We will trade, discard the Zorua. Okay. We will E-Hammer, discard the Strong Energy. And we will Riot his beating. What? Go away. Did I not attach return or something? Is that what it's telling me about or something like that? So take a knockout. There's a Lele, okay. Now, if he doesn't drop double Wimpod here, what we can constantly do is, like, Guzma bring up the Wimpod. We also can knock out Lele next turn, which is really nice. Okay. So there's a wind pod coming down. Alrighty, there's a grassroots wind pod. Do we just... Yeah, I think we just, like... Guzma wind pod, attach, and... Well, we need a DCE, so we can't Claw Slash this turn. Okay, so we get a new hand of 4. Let's see, what do we find here? So there's a Strong Energy Kukui. Okay, there's an E-Hammer discarding the DC off the active. That's unfortunate. There's another wind pod coming down, so he has 2 wind pods now. Abyssal Hand for 3. Uh-oh, this could go bad, guys. This could go bad real quick now. How much? So we have 130 HP left, so he needs a... Okay, he's going to send the Lele here. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we will trade, discard the Lycanroc. This seems like a very risky play for my opponent. If we find the DCE, we can take a knockout. But we don't have another Zoroark left. Okay, so we will trade again, discarding the Enhanced Hammer. Maybe we should discard the Ultra Ball there. Okay, there's a Guzma. So... Man, do we Kukui or go for Guzma here? Because, like, Guzma guarantees a knockout wind pod, but then Glisspot can smack us in the face and then take a knockout. But we also don't... Okay, so when we take a knockout, we find a DCE. So I'm going to Kukui here for 2, and so we find a DCE. And we don't. Great. Alright, so Ultra Ball, discard the Field Blower and the Guzma to grab a Rockruff. Oh, there's actually not any... Oh, okay, we're in trouble, guys. Our other DCEs are prized. Really? Our other 2 DCs are prized. So put a Strong Energy on the Lycanroc. We'll press done. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We are definitely in trouble here, guys. Okay, so there's a Glisspot coming down. Does he have a way to treat it? Does a Grass to the bench? And there's a Guzma. Uh-oh. This is not good, guys. This is not good news. So, Abyssal Hand. Uh-oh, we're going to probably lose this game. So, first impression for the knockout. Okay. We can take a knockout back on him, but if he finds a Glisspot, it's game over. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. Yeah, if he finds a Glisspot here, it's game over. So, we'll put a Strong Energy in the active. We'll put down a Rockruff. We'll go for the Lycanroc-GX. Does he find a Glisspot? There's a DCE and a Zoroark. Alright, so we prized a lot of good stuff. Like, we prized 2 Zoroarks, 2 DCEs. Here comes Coco. And there's Glisspot, and that is going to be the game. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. So here goes Glisspot. So I know game number 1, we saw, like, where, the Garbodor variant wasn't very good, but maybe the Octillery one's a little bit better, just because you keep Abyssal Hand and keep drawing cards and blah, 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 and stuff like that. Maybe I played it a little bit wrong, unfortunately. I know I touched a DC to the wrong person that one turn. That was horrible. That was just a waste. Like, I was like, what did I do that for? But still, that's really close. I mean, that is a tough matchup, especially with the Octillery instead of the Garbodors, because now they constantly draw stuff. They kind of beat us that way. But guys, there we go. There's a Zoroark deck. I think Glisspot is going to see a rise just a little bit, and I'm more interested in this, like, Glisspot Octillery variant that we just played against instead of the Garbodor variant. Yeah, Garbodor shows down Zoroark and stuff like that, but Glisspot seems good, like, just with Octillery. So yeah, maybe that's the play. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. Congrats to Pram one more time. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.